Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the Revolution Gaming Podcast. We're back. We're off vacation. We're off our break. And it's time to get to the good games, the bad games, and everything in between for February of 2024. How's it going, Draw? And just remember, everybody, exclamation point giveaway. We do the giveaways at the end of the podcast, so hang out until the end. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you should come watch us live. We give away free games at the end. But yeah, we're gonna get the guys in here. Got a packed show for you with some weird topics and some interesting things and all the weird bullshit that we normally do. So let's get them in here and let's get started. Yeah.
Happy New Year? Question mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, I guess we're just gonna start with the normal shit, which is our joke game, and I think we all agree that one is very funny and good, which is I think that's stayed on Ray's list. And what is that, Ray?
That joke game that we all agree with is Burrito Bear.
Okay.
Burrito Bear.
Now,
I didn't think I would hear a game be called that.
listen, if you're hitting a bear with a garbage can and dropping food on it, I find it to be a very solid experience.
That one has a sword.
Yeah.
What the hell?
That one's on fire.
I was gonna say.
It's already got better.
Those skins.
It's got better. It's already got better customization than Kong Skull Island, I say. So,
Ooh. Yeah, I assume you saw Angry Joe's list. Huh?
yeah. It's Yogi the Bear. Yeah, it is, Draw. Yeah, it is.
Yogi the Bear. Damn, I haven't heard that name in years.
And some of these look like the bear is on drugs while eating burritos. Very on point. Yeah, that's it.
Why do you think he's eating the burritos?
Yeah, exactly.
Falling from the sky.
With a road coat on its head. So what was yours, Murmich? Egg?
Egg.
Just egg. Nothing special. Just
Part of a complete breakfast? Question mark.
It's an interactive clicker
This is
game.
the equivalent of just T-pose menacing.
What the fuck?
Egg.
yeah, it is what it is, Tim.
I got.
It is.
I'm adding it to my wish list. Let's go. No.
Oh my god.
So you click it and the number goes up.
Woo!
Pretty much.
So it's a clicker game.
Yes, it's an egg clicker game.
I am jealous of the amount of.
It's the same as every other clicker game.
I'm jealous of the innovation this game shows. It's really pushing the industry forward.
Oh my god. Wow. Just
Hey, didn't this just rip off Clicker Heroes? They should sue.
All right, mine
wow.
is Feline Shenanigans,
Which sounds like a game up our alley.
Meow.
It has felines. Yes.
which is out now in cost.
Meow.
You must be Matthias.
As voice acting for $4.50.
The game is
That's
about
a steal.
house sitter who has to survive
My
a
gosh.
whole week defending himself from getting munched on by a bunch of psychopathic kitty cats.
It's about Psycho Cats.
My gosh.
Baseball? He loves to chase after our guests.
Oh, come on.
Oh my goodness.
A hot temper.
Game of the year coming out in February. Who thought it, guys? Come on.
Over and over the gas tank.
And you don't want that to happen.
As a
or
cat
else-
lover, I am offended.
Oh, ha, ha.
But it is fucking hilarious.
And then the whole house catches on fire.
Big fat Dumbo over there. Is
How the fuck?
He's got a really big appetite.
Wow.
God.
I mean, it's a cat. It probably knocked something off the table.
That is Dan.
Oh man, I don't know what I got myself into.
I love the voice acting. It's top tier, guys.
For lunch.
Oh, this is great.
to do whatever it takes to
High
win
quality
the
content.
brand.
Yeah, only the highest quality.
This is what I expect of the games industry in 2024.
Yep. Yep.
After Kong, you know, we had to set our expectations pretty low.
Listen, guys, it's better than egg. It's better than egg.
Don't forget Golan.
Yeah, Egg's just a ripoff.
Because the video was just bizarre.
Oh,
and
it-
the
Don't
name of the
forget
game was just Egg.
You're not wrong. It's very bizarre. So,
Don't worry, my first game that I'll talk about when we get to that will be closer to a joke game, but it actually looks decent.
all right, guys. So let's move on to the games we've been playing over the last month, and this is going to be easy because first game we're going to talk about is the one that has had like what 12 million players between Game Pass and Steam.
On Steam. That's just Steam. 12
Just
million
Steam.
sales on Steam and 7 million players on Xbox.
Yeah. So
With-
With
the end of January.
1 million concurrent players usually on Steam.
I think it was up to 2 million.
Yeah, its
like
peak
last
was
week.
2 mil.
all right. So let's let them talk about Pal World.
Okay, raise of hands. Who hasn't heard about Pal World? Come on, chat. I'm
Uh,
sure this is a very, you know, unfamiliar topic to everybody. This is completely unheard of, right? Nobody's heard Pal World.
Yeah, it's only been
No?
been
Yeah.
talked to death.
It's Ark with a Pokemon skin, but
Yeah.
you know, you've probably seen all the videos, you've seen the drama.
You know what the funniest part is though is I've never played Ark, so
I haven't either, actually. I have played a Ark clone, but not
I
Ark
did.
specifically.
Once.
By the way, the highest peak in the last 24 hours was 1,309,000.
and this little indie game is doing all right. It's doing all right.
I think it's
Yeah.
doing just fine. And you know, it actually released after a number of years in development and with lots of videos that they were showing of gameplay and pals and stuff, and Nintendo was completely silent that entire time. So if anybody actually thinks there's allegations Nintendo could take against them, you have another think coming.
Because it would have already
They had
happened.
done it
Yeah.
years ago before it came out.
Temtem wouldn't exist if that was the case. You know, like
Exactly.
because this is taking the idea and doing something else with it. Temtem was pretty much taking the idea and just making it MMO.
Right.
Which
And
I mean,
even
Are
if
there
some of the
some
pals,
designs that are a little sus? Yes.
yeah, there are a couple pals that do look a bit close to Pokemon, but how are you going to get an original idea at this point, honestly?
yeah, with how many
Some-
Pokemon
some of them-
exist.
There's two sides to this coin. A, some of them that people are pointing out, it's like, okay, clearly this pal and this Pokemon are designed on the same base idea, so obviously they're going to look similar. And then other times it's like, okay, no, that does just look like a Pokemon that they've changed the type before and added some minor details here and there.
Mm-hmm.
The latter of
But-
which I would like them to change, just because I don't think it belongs in the game. It just seems weird.
But
But
at the same time,
If Pokemon
like
hasn't struck 'em
90%
yet,
of the pals look unique.
yeah, most of them are pretty unique, and it wouldn't be hard for them to change them anyway. So
Like Mamorist already. Like that's just a grassy mammoth. And then there's an ice type mammoth.
it's doing a lot of things that other games aren't doing at the same time, and I think that's the strength Pal World has. Is nobody else took that survival genre and decided to put essentially Pokemon quote unquote in it.
You know what I find hilarious about all this is like I thought the game was gonna do good. I didn't know the game was gonna do this
agree.
good. Yeah, this good.
Oh my gosh, had we actually had a freaking podcast like for the start of January and we had talked about Pal World, they would have just won. Like we could have just announced
Pretty
them as the
much.
winner for like the rest of the year. Just for-
Right.
Well, technically, we did do a game of the month thing, and Ray did put Pal World, and he won.
Oh.
What can I say? I had a feeling.
Because if you look at the pick of the month, it was
That's true. We did do one for December,
because,
didn't we?
yeah, because we did that during the award show one where you weren't here, Burmage, and I talked about the games. For the... Oh, Ray did not pick Pal World.
I don't think I.
No,
What
he
did I pick? Actually,
he played some.
I'm trying to remember.
He picked the
Roots of
game.
Yggdrasil.
Yeah, he played. I played that game today on stream. Honestly, I did. No,
I
he
mean,
didn't.
it's still very positive.
Ah,
I picked Enshrouded, and Silver
yeah,
picked
none of
Tekken
us
8.
actually picked Palworld.
Hmm.
Oh, I think part of the thing was we weren't 100% sure if it was coming out in January at that point.
Yep.
And
So,
we have a release date.
so I
We
don't
knew
know.
it was coming out early.
So, Mermich, get on this shit. You need to figure out who won.
You won.
No. Tekken 8 came out and has amazing reviews. That's why I said you need to
Yeah, it's
share.
got very positive 6,000. Enshrouded still has 20,000 very positive reviews.
Oh, wow. Okay, never mind. I won, I guess.
You won.
All right. We're gonna end up going back to Pal World later on in the podcast anyway. So,
Oh yes.
Also, fingers crossed they add cross support soon, so we can actually
Crossplay.
play. Yeah,
Well, from what I
so that way we
understand,
can actually play Xbox to Steam.
well, I guess Microsoft is literally working with the developers of Pal World to help updates and everything get done quicker. So,
That's good.
I imagine it's going to be sooner rather than later.
Well, yeah, considering how much money I'm sure it's making Microsoft to some degree for being on Xbox and Game Pass, I'm sure
Yeah.
they're very friendly right now.
yeah.
It's
So,
like, oh, what you need the updates to be faster? Sure, we can take care of that. Don't worry about it.
so my game that I'm reviewing on the indie side of things is a game that came out of nowhere for me, and I ended up playing a lot of it, which is Anomaly Agent, which has 4,700 overwhelmingly positive reviews. So, this is a game where you play as a secret agent who basically goes through time and space, punching holes or anomalies in the fabric of space and time. And it is a hack and slash beat 'em up style game with a whole bunch of other time sprawling mechanics and choices you can make that kind of push the narrative along. And it is incredible, actually. I ended up playing through the whole thing. It wasn't that long. It was like 4 hours to beat the whole entire thing. But yeah, honestly, amazing indie game to just come out of nowhere. This was on the list that I made, but I was like, yeah, it looks cool, you know? I started playing it
Yeah, I can see that.
I started playing it last Sunday, and I was like, wow. I played it through the first boss fight, and I was like, wow, this is really good, because there's actually a morality system that's tied into it, and you have to spend currency to get rid of the bad morality that you have, because the ending of the game will change if you actually make bad choices. So if you want to get all the endings, obviously you got to go back and make all the bad choices, but I went for the good ending to begin with. Which means that you have to have no bad morality options. Like, you have dialogue choices for everything, and every dialogue choice you make either brings your morality up or down, and you have to pay currency to bring it back up if you do it down on accident. But yeah, for being such a pixel art style game, the hack and slash works very well. It has great combos, great actual parrying and dodges and rolls. Yeah, fantastic game for $12. I couldn't recommend it enough. 9 out of 10, solid. Very, very fun. Nice short experience. Won't take you 175 hours to finish, even if you're silver. So, you know, just a nice $12 great indie game. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah. But that's what it looks like.
Alright, so what?
Especially at that price point.
Neat.
So, Silver, do you have anything besides Power World that you've been playing?
Not that I haven't already spoken of now.
Okay, how about you, Ray? You got anything? Or is it just me this time?
No, I could have sworn there was something, but I can't find it.
That's alright. So, I'm gonna...
We've been playing Power a lot.
Yeah,
Wait, did I talk about 20 minutes till dawn?
What was that?
Have I talked about 20 minutes till dawn?
No.
Yeah. Then that's probably what it was. Since that was free on Epic, I grabbed that
Okay.
and played a bunch of that.
There you go. We'll put it up for you.
So yeah, another Vampire Survivors like. Very simple graphics, but it is
Oh yeah, this one.
Yeah,
definitely very fun. Very interesting kind of mechanics to it. How all the upgrades kind of combine together, very different, and quite challenging too. I've been playing a decent amount of it, and I have only completed 2 runs total.
Now, this is the one that
Yeah,
you
it-
played before, right, Silver?
Mhm.
Yeah, okay.
At the time, I did not finish my first one because, well, you know, I had issues trying to figure out what worked and what didn't.
Yeah, how do you
Certainly is challenging compared to Vampire Survivors.
I was gonna say, I don't know how this would play on mobile. It seems like it'd be hard to play on mobile.
Oh, it can get very.
I believe there's an auto aim option, so you actually
Oh.
don't have to aim.
Oh, okay. I can see how that would work then.
It'll automatically aim for the closest enemy.
Near my end of
I
my
haven't
first one,
used that myself.
it got very visually hell-like, because I couldn't see shit. Especially if you have a fire build, oh my goodness. I couldn't see shite.
Fire everything!
Too much. But in my case, it was just fireball, but imagine like a million fireballs per second.
Just fireball.
Pretty much.
Just fireball.
Yeah, you can even see from some of those screens, it can get quite hectic as a bullet hell if you get the right builds going.
Oh, speaking of which, after the podcast is over and we do the giveaways, I'm giving away the copies of Earl versus the Mutants that I played, Silver. You know, the driving Vampire Survivor style game I was playing the other day?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm giving away 3 copies of that when we're done. All right. So Silver might want to enter the own giveaway for this, you know, and that way he wins the key of the game. Whenever it comes out, which is weird. They're like, hey, if you play this game, we'll give you copies of the game. When's the game coming out? It comes out sometime this year. I have no idea.
And it's ready.
Yeah, when it's ready.
I hope.
I mean, it's pretty.
Yeah, I definitely recommend this for $5. It's a great little Survivors if you like a decently challenging experience.
Well, man, for
The second stage with all
$5.
the self-destructing enemies is really hard.
See, that's why I appreciate these games, because at least they're not trying to oversell themselves. For $5, you could pick this up and play it, you know, for 20 minutes a pop and never feel like you overpaid for it, right?
And to be fair, if you don't have 20 minutes, there is a sped up mode you can play where it doubles your XP and halves the timer
Yeah.
and stuff. So you can play it in shorter sessions if you want to.
Nice. All right. So what's your grade for it, Ray?
I think it's a solid 7.
All right.
Not
Alright.
too complicated, but it does what it does well.
So let's get into my AAA goodness, which is rare because usually I don't review AAA games, and this month I'm reviewing 2. So, okay.
Yes, this one.
First one on the list is Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown.
The one that's been giving me advertisements constantly.
Okay. What can I say about this game? Well, how do I put it? Okay, Prince of Persia, it take that, which is like the time mechanics, and everything else that is Prince of Persia, and then mix Hollow Knight and Celeste together, and you get Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. Why do I say Celeste? Because once you get enough abilities and powers, it's pretty much like playing Celeste to complete the platforming puzzles later on in the game. But the cool part is, just like Celeste, if you fail, it basically restarts you right next to where you failed. You don't have to, you know, backtrack and go a million miles. You're pretty much, there's a checkpoint every, I would say, minute that it automatically does for you, so you never get stuck backtracking or doing whole other areas of the game over and over and over again. It's pretty much die and retry. The boss fights are very, very spectacle based. Like, they feel very big and grandiose, which is awesome. The map is huge. I would say it's bigger than Hollow Knight's map by, I would say, a good quarter. I've unlocked almost the whole entire map at this point. I am 88% through the game. I checked before we started. And, yeah, I've been having an absolute ball with it. Do I feel like $50 is a bit much for a side-scrolling Metroidvania game? Maybe for some people. I think it's worth it, though, in this particular case, because it has a lot of quality of life things that other ones don't. People are saying that it's not graphically intense enough. It's perfect for the art style that it has. I'm having a blast with it. I think it actually achieved meeting my expectations and beating my expectations when it came to it. I was pretty excited for this game anyway. I think most people know I was talking about it being like, I can't wait to play it.
Mm-hmm.
I was very, very pleased with what the final result was. So I give it a 9 out of 10. It would be a 10, but the only thing that brings it down a bit is the fact that in typical Ubisoft fashion, I feel like about 3/4 of the way through the game, they try and pad it out a bit too much by having to do a little bit too much backtracking, but it's like your speed of your character is fast enough where even with that, it's not enough of a hurdle to make it tiresome. But it definitely feels like they're like, all right, you have to do a little more before you get to the end, even though there's no real story reason to do it. It's more of just like, add an extra hour to the game. But other than that, I find it to be an excellent experience. And if it's ever on sale, which Ubisoft games tend to go on sale all the time, if it's on sale, I would totally recommend it if you're a fan of platforming games or Hollow Knight or any like really good Metroidvania type game. I would totally recommend taking the time to play it. Like I said, it's probably after Hollow Knight, this is probably my favorite Metroidvania game I've played, period. Which is saying a lot because I play a lot of them.
I was gonna say that's pretty high praise.
Yeah, it's actually a fantastic game. So, yeah, definitely check it out if it's on sale, or if you have the money and you have $50 and you want a cool experience to play that isn't the usual AAA formulaic crap. I would totally recommend playing the game. Or
get on Ubisoft.
Or get it on Ubisoft Plus and play it for $15 and then be done with it and move on with your life. But yeah, I'm not the only one that feels this way. Most people, like if you see the screen, most people have reviewed this pretty well because it's a great game. They deserve credit. They made a really good game. I know, right? I feel kind of weird saying that, but we're there. We're there. Ubisoft's making actually decent games. And the rumor is the Star Wars Outlaws is coming out in May. If that's the case, oh boy, I will be all over that shit because that game looked great as well. All right, so my second Ubisoft review, because I do have Ubisoft Plus and I was trying to finish these games, is Assassin's Creed Mirage.
We work in the dark to serve the light.
So I would say this is my favorite Assassin's Creed game I've played since the original trilogy. Like Assassin's Creed 3 was probably the last one I really enjoyed. Black Flag was alright for the naval combat, but most everything else I didn't really enjoy too much. And then, they got to the yearly formula and they pretty much almost killed the franchise. But this is a nice, shorter, more piecemeal version of Assassin's Creed, I would say. And it's definitely a return to form for the franchise. Set in the Middle East, you're basically on a revenge journey for people that killed most of your loved ones and the people that you care about. You know, typical story in that regard. But yeah, it's fantastic. The traversal is really nice. The combat is super fluid. And the story is actually well done. On a credit to Ubisoft, usually the people that aren't exactly known for putting out masterpieces when it comes to the story. I'm looking at you, Valhalla. You know, this one's probably the best one they put out in a long time. It's definitely not as good as Prince of Persia. But if you're looking for an Assassin's Creed game that doesn't take 250 hours to finish, I would recommend Assassin's Creed Mirage. I give it an 8 out of 10. This one is also not $70. Kudos to them. And yeah, I would recommend checking out on a sale or if you want to get Ubisoft Plus as well. Like I said, it's if you have that like empty spot in your backlog at some point, I would recommend going back and checking these games out. I did. I wanted to play Mirage when it first dropped, and during January when there wasn't a lot to play, I went back and played it, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I know it's kind of cool to hate on on Ubisoft in general, and I've done it myself. And you know, to be perfectly clear, I'm part of their content creator thing now, but that doesn't mean I'm going to say nice things about them because I don't have to. So, for me personally, I'm happy though. Between Avatar, Assassin's Creed, and Prince of Persia, there are 3 solid titles in a row. Like Prince of Persia is definitely the top of the pile, but I would say even Assassin's Creed being a good game, Avatar being a actually great game, and Prince of Persia being almost a perfect game, that's very solid to see. And I'm very excited for the Star Wars game because, you know, Star Wars needs a good like action adventure RPG game that isn't a Souls-like. You know, I understand.
Sure, not everybody likes those.
Yeah, I understand Jedi Survivor exists before people bring that up, but not everybody likes the Souls-like combat. And for me personally, I just rather have a more fun run and gun, like actual Star Wars game that feels like a Star Wars game.
Okay. There's more to Star Wars than lightsabers, right?
Yeah, there is. Especially if you're not playing as a actual Jedi. You know,
exactly.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for my reviews this month. Next month, I will be reviewing Skull and Bones and Banishers and Helldivers 2, if nothing else, because at least I know I have those. Oh, and Ultros. So, all right. So the topic this month is pretty simple. We came up with this topic while we were bullshitting before the podcast, and I thought it'd be a good idea. And I hope you guys will agree. So with the popularity of Pal World and the idea that you could take pals and put them into a different type of scenario, like a survival game or an art clone, as they call it, what would be another franchise or genre of game that you could put the pals into and it would work? So I'm going to let you guys, whoever wants to go first, tell me what you would like to see be put into something like that, a Pokemon or a PAL-like put into a franchise, or a genre that currently doesn't have anything like it.
That is a tough one. Because there have been a number of Pokemon spin-offs that kind of try and go for different genres.
Hey, Bray?
Yep.
You remember how in the trailers it looked like you could almost do like factory type stuff with the pals?
Yeah.
Factory building pal.
So you're thinking like a Pokemon Factorio sort of, or Satisfactory kind of like Satisfactory.
Pretty much Satisfactory with pals.
That would be very interesting because like Pal World does have a certain amount of automation to it, but at the current state of the game, it is limited and like you have to interact with crafting stations to set recipes and claim recipes. So definitely, if Pal World doesn't improve that in the future, it'd be really interesting to see a creature collecting thing where you build a factory that's completely automated. Yeah.
Revenge
Don't
of
give
the
them any
Pals.
ideas yet, Burbage. Let them finish this one first.
All right.
All right. So what's
Like,
your?
I know for a fact. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I know for a fact that they are absolutely gonna go, not the way of Ark, but they're at least going to bring out more maps like Ark. So like, there's gonna be different maps that you can play on instead of just the base default one that we have right now.
Did it say that in the roadmap?
I don't remember. I'm pretty sure they
No.
did. I'm
I
pretty
know
sure they
said, like new areas. Let me double check.
yeah. Well, either way, that big giant tree, annoyingly, is still out of bounds. So
Yeah, they've definitely got more map space to work with if they want to.
yeah.
Yeah, they say new islands, but that doesn't necessarily
Mean anything in
does-
particular, right?
I think they do
Yeah.
call the current map an island, but since the big tree in the background is also on its own island, like it could mean a number of things. I wouldn't
I'm
be
just
surprised.
hoping a new like map eventually. Though the map that we currently have is gorgeously crafted.
It is very nice. I quite like the world they've put together so far.
All right. How about you,
else?
I mean,
Silver? How about you, Silver?
There's
What do
already
you
a
want?
Minecraft Pokemon mod.
Right? That's why I think Palworld's so successful. Like it took what Pixelmon
Yeah, Pixelmon.
was working on and ran with it really.
Mm-hmm. But made it their own thing.
Any
I mean,
ideas,
no, we were joking about like Dark Pals,
Yeah.
Were we?
Dark
Well,
Souls, but
Oh yeah, Dark Souls.
Dark Pals.
A pal's Souls like.
Yeah, but the game is already somewhat like that.
Blood Pals.
It's already somewhat like that too because it has guns.
Yeah.
Murder mystery.
I think.
Oh,
I
that's
think.
what we need, an Armored Core Pal world.
Yes!
scenario. That's the one that it needs to go into.
Yes, absolutely.
I want to.
Add mechs.
I want to.
I want one of the freaking monkeys in a mech suit.
That'd be funny.
I want a mixture of.
Not to laugh.
I want a mixture of Kirby and Pal World.
That's just Super
Oh,
Smash
God.
Bros.
Oh yeah.
I
guess
mean,
you're right.
I mean,
Actually, that would probably work. Technically, is you could do pals in a Smash Bros. Style.
oh my God.
Fighter.
See, no, the best part is you take like Pal World and then they create a PvP mode where it goes into Super Smash Brothers. Why not just like fucking piss off Nintendo 100%, all their fans, and make the PvP mode nothing but just like a Smash clone, where you take all your pals
be
and
fair,
you put them against the
all
other
they
pals.
would be missing at that point would be a kart racer, and they would have had like taken ideas from every of Nintendo's
And
successful
turn-based
franchises.
strategy.
That's the DLC, guys. We gotta save the kart racing for DLC.
Yeah,
The next
pal
expansion.
racing.
Yeah, pal racing. So like you can use the abilities of your pals on your car. Save
So we have like half of them be able to fly, half of them you just run a little bit faster.
yeah, so we figured it out now, guys. We
The
figured
rest
it.
have
We figured it
guns.
out. We know exactly what Pocket Pair is doing next.
Yeah, so they're basically
You
gonna.
heard it here first.
It's gonna be the whole universe of Pal World. It's gonna be Pal World, the art clone, and then the PvP will be a Smash clone. And then when you're bored of all of that, you can play the kart racer, which will be a Mario Kart clone. We have it all covered. Every Nintendo fanboy will fucking melt.
Yeah.
Do you have something to add, Silver?
Every Pokemon fanboy, rather.
I know. I was waiting to hear from Silver.
It sounded like he was going to say something.
Yeah. About a Monster Hunter clone, kind of something like that.
That'd be
Oh,
good.
that could work. I could see that easily. Yeah,
Yeah.
because Monster Hunter kind of has the the Palicos and the other thing.
Palicos and the Calicos, and the Palicos and the no Palamute and the Palicos.
Yep. I was gonna say one of them's a cat, one of them's a dog thing.
Mhm.
So you
Yeah,
could
that's
totally
fine.
like run around with pals in that.
Now we just need a Just Cause 3
context.
style movement.
Oh my god, that'd be great.
I mean, we already have
So-
the grappling gun. We just need a grappling hook on the arm. Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
also have
Yeah.
ragdolls too. So
So
Honestly, I am a little bit sad with the grappling hook in Power
Okay,
World,
wait.
how it just is
I-
straight line.
I agree. However, I need to pitch something else. This isn't necessarily something I want to see, but I could absolutely see it working.
Hmm.
Fortnite,
Oh gosh.
oh god, that'd be.
Royale pals.
a PAL Royale.
I'm surprised that doesn't exist
could-
yet.
You could totally take, like, I could see this being done in a modding community. If you're listening, somebody will want this.
Literally,
You
like drop
literally
people off on like
randomly
the.
drop people in the PAL world, and then they have to catch pals and beat each other up in a PvP scenario.
So basically, they get dropped in different starting areas.
Yeah, I think there already is different starting areas. If I'm not
There
mistaken,
is. There's like.
there's a couple.
Let's see. I know like the northern, like some of the northern areas. There's like 2 or 3 each on the northern area, and then there's like a couple more. I think there's like. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
There's a couple different
There's
ones.
got to
around
be
that,
at
so
least
you could
somewhere
totally
around
make it
11 or
work.
12.
But yeah, once they've figured out a PvP in the game and added that, I could totally see battle royale style servers that you just kind of jump in and you have to randomly catch pals to try and beat up everybody else.
I mean, somebody literally already modded in a freaking like fighter jet into POW World.
Oh my god.
That
I've
doesn't
seen
surprise me
videos.
either.
But I will say this. I hope the game does have legs, and I hope this isn't like just a shot at launch and we never hear about it again. But you know, I mean, they are pumping out updates as fast as they can to stay on top of things. So maybe
Now is definitely going to be the time
Yeah.
that they're going to be the most active, because as long as they have this many people playing and there's stability issues, they're definitely going to want to get those ironed out first.
yeah.
When they start getting all the stability ironed out, then
Yeah.
start
Then they have
being
grounds
prepared-
for new
be
stuff.
prepared for new content to take some time. As my experience
Mhm.
with Craftopia, there can be some wider windows of silence, a couple months, where you'll kind of forget about it, and then all of a sudden they'll kind of be like, "Oh, hey, we're dropping a new update," and
I
you might
mean,
hear about it.
I mean, you
Yeah,
gotta.
they-
Not the fastest devs, but they have been consistent. They are still working on Craftopia despite having started Power
Well,
World 2.
They might be able to increase their team size if they're looking for it, considering just the sheer amount of money that has just hit their paychecks.
Yeah, I'm sure their bank accounts are looking very nice right now, and there's probably a lot of options for them financially now that Pal World has become so successful. So here's hoping they can reinvest that properly and keep things
Mhm.
going forward.
But yeah, I would love to see what it's gonna be like going forward. We'll see. We'll check in with it next month and see if we still feel the same way. Because you know, a month is a long time in gaming, man. People forget about
Mhm,
shit. Like they have no like they have ADHD when it comes to gaming, and I'm no better. I'm not gonna complain. I'm not gonna like act like I am, you know, somehow immune to that. I have that problem as well. But I've stuck to my shit the last like 6 months. I've been like, I am gonna start finishing fucking games, and I have. So I'm proud of
Good
myself.
on you, Mike.
Yeah. Like, hey, if anybody wants to get Helldivers and play with me, it is currently on sale for $31 on Green Man Gaming.
Wait,
Game
The original one?
No, Helldivers 2, sorry. It
Oh,
comes
same one.
it comes out in 6 days. And I will be playing it day 1. If anybody wants to join me, you're more than welcome to, because it even on PS it has crossplay between PS5 and PC, which is odd to begin with, but you know, hopefully it'll make it easier for me to find people to play with. But yeah,
At least with Power World, by the end of the month, like by the end of next or this month, Ray will definitely have hit 50, and I will at least be close.
That depends on how much I play. I haven't
and
played
Silver
in-
will be like, I will be
I'm
at
limiting
level
myself.
5.
So it'll be like, oh, you're finally done.
All right, so the games we're looking forward to over the next month, we have a nice list. It's actually a pretty big list for all of us. which
I
is
know,
which is
right?
kind of nice because I don't have to feel bad for having one. Uh, so the first game on the list is technically already out, but I don't, since the podcast should be
It's
on
a
the
February game.
Yeah.
is Jitsu Kaisen Cursed Clash, which I love Jitsu Kaisen, the anime, so,
It's jujitsu.
Yee.
Damn it.
Yeah, Jujitsu! I'll fucking say Jew if I want to!
But technically, it's
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Jujitsu. Or jujitsu.
No, it's Jujutsu.
Now we're gonna argue for 10 minutes how to pronounce this. Okay.
It is Jujutsu Kaisen.
But okay. It's basically a 3D fighter based on the anime franchise that I will not name so Silver doesn't yell at me again. And and of
It
course,
does look cool.
and the fact is, like, no matter what, these games all pretty much have mixed reviews because they're all basically the same. I'm not gonna defend the game because they're all pretty much the same. They take an anime franchise, make it a 3D beat 'em up fighter, put it in a small arena, and then have you beat the shit out of each other and expect it to feel original because it's not. But it is a cool franchise, and I'm glad at least it has a game now. But I think Bandai Namco needs to change up the formula a bit because they keep on publishing these games that are pretty much exactly the same.
They also need to learn the definition of fucking innovation.
Well, I
They
meant,
seem to know what that word means.
you know what the thing is? They probably still sell.
And That's the problem.
Yep.
When they've got a franchise like that.
Like I was talking about earlier.
Not to.
The gamers, not the devs.
You know what I say? Just like earlier when we were discussing before the podcast, Call of Duty would change, but people buy it every year, so why the hell should they change? So, all right, let's start going through the people's list here. Murmich is going second with
Phobia.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at that. I'm like, what?
How do you spell that? It's hoof phobia.
Deer versus Hunter.
Yes, this looks very dumb, and this would have made my joke game, but Egg was just too dumb not to have as my joke game.
It's a PvP hunting game.
The hell?
Exactly. It is literally deer ramming into hunters,
What the fuck?
and hunters trying to kill the deer
Yeah, okay, that
With
first part
ragdolls.
with ragdolls.
just got me.
No, Murmich talks about it's because of the gamers, and then he's like, check out this game, guys. Call of Duty ain't got nothing on Phobia.
Look, it looked funny. It looked like it was made in Unreal Engine 6. It looked just very comical.
He was thinking about that hunting game you guys were playing and
Oh yeah,
thinking about getting revenge on
Yeah,
that sheep.
yeah, on the game that you can't really kill anything because you can't find it. Oh my god.
There's a fly that's buzzing around my room, and it's driving me nuts, and I can't catch it.
So this is a DLC, Silver.
Eh?
Oh, Empyrean's getting a DLC?
Yeah.
Mm.
Which came to my surprise, considering how long the game's been out for.
I was gonna say, that's not a...
It's been 4 years.
It's not a new game!
That's unprecedented. Yes. Hey, you didn't say we can't do expansions. Right?
Fucking gamers, I know, right, Dan? No, we were talking about Suicide Squad earlier. And about the fact that, like, you have to understand that casual gamers and people that actually care about different shit have different perspectives. The rate you fly in text... Give it an initiative
You
roll.
heard it, Ramage. Get that die and roll it. Come on, roll for initiative. No, seriously.
Just remember to use your left hand, Mermich.
No, I need to use my right hand because my left hand is apparently cursed to always roll low.
So speaking of games that are already out but came out in February.
Yeah, this came out today.
Saw 3 Reload.
And I have it installed already because this is going to be the first Persona game I ever finish.
The game about shooting yourself. I mean, what?
I mean, at least it's for a good cause.
Think about, isn't it? But our
You didn't even know that. You haven't played the game before.
I'm just guessing.
I'd like you to lend us your strength.
Why'd you shoot yourself?
Yeah.
To save the world. No, I like Persona games, but I haven't had enough patience to finish one. But I feel like this is a good starting point for me. Because if I finish 3, then I'll probably want to play 4, and then I'll finally get to 5 and spend the 855,000 hours to finish it.
those who set foot
Right.
in the Velvet Room are all destined to embark on a journey of self.
Especially Persona 5 Royale. I mean, with all the content in that game, it takes over 100 hours to finish it, even if you're trying to go quickly. No, I'm very fascinated by this, and since it's free on Game Pass, I'm actually, well, since it's on Game Pass, because Game Pass technically isn't free, but since it's on Game Pass, I'm gonna actually play it.
Awesome.
Are you gonna play it, Ray?
I don't have any plans to now. I still have Persona 4 that I haven't finished.
See, like that's why
That's the thing.
That's why I'm dropping everything and just starting with 3, because I've had 5 installed before, and I'm like, I'm just gonna say fuck it and just start with 3.
Probably a good idea.
Okay, so my next one is called The Inquisitor.
Dan, I rolled a 4.
He dies by mosquito bite.
No, fly.
Let's see.
I
Well, if
told
it's
you,
an
my
initiative
left hand
roll-
is cursed.
If it's an initiative roll, that means it depends on what the fly's initiative will be.
The fly's
Your
gonna go
initiative
down my
roll was
throat.
pretty piss poor. So yeah, I think the fly's gonna go first. So I guess the fly would attack you first.
It's already been attacking me. They're getting in. I need to freaking spray like foam into
All
my
right.
window.
Dan, you've
Just to stop them coming
you've
in.
thrown the podcast into peril because now Murmich is more consumed with the fly and dice rolls.
I've been consumed with the fly for about 3 days now. They keep getting in.
That's great.
For those of you
Seriously,
not in chat and listening to this later, you were missing out. You should have been here.
Okay.
I
freaking
refuse to
killing
explain
these
what's going on in
flies.
chat.
Yeah.
I've been killing these flies for 3 days now, and they just won't stop getting in.
Oh god, that's fucking hilarious. Oh,
Well, it's like goblins, you know? You find one, there's probably 100.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, enough distractions. Get back to work. Yeah. You're right.
I rolled a
you're
3 with my right hand. What the hell?
It's even worse.
Don't worry, Murmich. Don't worry, Murmich. We'll wait.
There we go. Finally a 15.
We'll wait till you're done.
Oh wow, that's a pretty high roll. 15, I guess. You swat it and it dies.
All right, guys, hold on. We're gonna
Somebody else.
no. We're gonna hold the podcast off until Murmich is done rolling.
I'm done rolling.
No. Move on. So the Inquisitor, Tim, why did you pick this then?
Yes.
Because it's
Yeah,
actually.
I seen it myself, but yeah.
I was gonna say because it's actually a different style of game. Tim will edit this out. No, I won't. Nope. I'm gonna put a big highlight on
What are
it.
you talking about?
I'm
This
gonna.
is content.
I'm gonna go.
This is content.
I'm gonna edit and put like in letters, and I'll be like, "This is fucking Dan's fault," and put it on the screen during this part.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Just
put.
rainbow
why
letters that are pulsating. Thanks,
Yeah,
Dan.
I'm just gonna. Dan's gonna make a big shout out in the middle of the screen, be like, "Blame Dan." All right.
I thought he was there.
So, oh, hey, thanks.
But okay, I think this is an interesting concept because of the fact that like, it's during like it's based on Jesus did not die on the cross, but came down and unleashed vengeance on the non-believers, and I feel like it's an interesting atmospheric RPG game.
Yeah, an alternate history.
Yeah,
Sure, why not?
and it's
Whatever you're doing with it, since it's not real and it didn't happen, you can go fucking wild.
And I also feel like it's really cool that it's taking a much darker and grittier tone than most RPGs do. It's not like being like, but everything's fine. In this game, you could just be an evil bastard and fucking tear people limb from limb. I played the demo a while ago. It's brutal. It doesn't look pretty. It's definitely not like, top of the line graphically, but as a game and with the voice acting and with everything else, it's very well done. So, you know, it says it's
It doesn't
similar.
look bad. That's for sure.
It says it's similar to a game like Elix 2, and I would tend to agree on a graphical standpoint. I just hope it isn't like Elix in the fact that, you know, those games released and usually are partially broken. But
Oof.
we'll see. We'll see. It's actually published by Calypso, so they're pretty much hit and miss with their stuff, so we'll see. What have they developed before? They have the they've made the Dungeon series. Huh. And Tropico, and Railway Empire.
So they're definitely big on the management sims.
Yeah. So we'll see how it works out, but I have faith in it. Let's see. And don't worry, Dan, I would never edit you out of anything. It's Murmich's fault for taking it too far.
You know what?
I'll tell your girlfriend you better be nice to me.
Hi.
Murmich is my friend. But you know why? You know why I actually, while I'm getting this, was it Pulsar? There you go. The whole reason I'm getting Helldivers is only because I feel like it's going to hold me over until EDF 6 comes out.
Fair.
Okay, so it's a VR shooter to your soundtrack?
Oh.
So your computer actually gives you the soundtrack for the game.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
I've seen games kind of like that, but not a VR shooter, obviously.
Interesting, huh?
Man, Silver, with some of the music you listen to, you need some good reflexes, bud.
Silver grabbed, like, I literally was going through the VR games for this month, and as us in the podcast know, Silver got his list done first. So, I went to go put a certain game on my list, and he already had it on his list, and I was like,
Sorry.
like, I know this is a Silver game, but
I do not listen to Celine Dion, actually. Used to when I was a kid, but not in my 30s. No, I listen to, you know, metal. And a bit of techno, because, hey, if you listen to Health's latest album, she has some pretty damn fucking good bass.
I started listening to that last night. I didn't get through the whole thing yet, but I did start listening.
Oh yeah, crack metal. Yeah, it's one of my favorite tracks.
That's interesting.
You heard what you hear it, and you see what I mean.
No, I'm talking about I'm talking about the game. I'm trying to stay on topic. Okay, he listens to Celine Dion 3 times speed and calls it metal. That would be pretty bad, man. Like, yeah,
no, that's called Nightcore.
Oh, that is true. Nightcore. There you go.
Nightcore.
Fair enough.
No, I don't listen to that crap. I find Nightcore to be garbage.
Pulsar is basically Beat Saber, but with guns.
Yes.
Yes.
Very much.
All right, Aerostorm Ascendant comes out on Valentine's Day. Silver's thinking about getting all lovey-dovey with creatures throwing flames into fire.
Fell into burning. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, see. So what made you put the game on the list, Silver?
I mean, look at it.
So it's
kind of fucking nuts the further you get into it.
So it looks like
hell of a bullet hell.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Survivor's game, but from a different perspective.
It's a top-down shooter sort of Survivor game.
Yeah, did you?
Where you fire all sorts of arrow types.
Shmup.
Mm-hmm. A non-scroller shmup.
Nice.
A rather interesting take on the genre, I will say.
It's certainly unique, yeah.
Well, don't worry. I know what I'm buying Silver for Valentine's Day.
God, leave me alone.
No, I'm buying you the game for Valentine's Day. You meanie. Fine,
chocolate.
Who knows?
Fine, I'll buy it for Ray instead. Ray
It's kind of fun.
Ray will be my Valentine.
Awkward. I'm not adding to that. Nope.
Alright, go ahead. Go ahead, Ray.
That's dangerous. That's
Speaking of
dangerous.
adding, good segue, Silver.
Yeah.
Hey.
I bet you guys can't guess whose game this is.
Oh, I don't know.
It's called Threes.
Oh, I see. I think we have a specific certain someone in here in this very chat right now that loves the number 3
Really?
or anything. What was it?
Multiplicative
times
of
by
3?
Yeah, multiplicative of 3.
Yeah.
I think his name is Ray, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think so.
I love that. I love
Sounds like a decent fellow, if you ask me.
I was gonna say, Dan. I think he made it pretty easy on you to figure this one out. Yes, I heard about. The fact is that the developers of Spec Ops: The Line don't even know why the game was delisted from Steam, which is crazy.
Oh wow, that is crazy.
With DMC,
Yes.
I could see that because of the collections they have. But yeah, this seems like an interesting. I love how it's called a roguelike match 3 game. Well, I
That
don't
is
know.
an interesting description. I don't know if I call
Yeah.
it that myself, but it is certainly a puzzle game.
Yes.
Rather minimalist one too.
All right, so here's one of the games I'm really looking forward to this month, which is Banisher's Ghost of New Eden. Yeah, Don't Nod is making a RPG game. A narrative-focused, emotional RPG game.
Hopefully they can pull it off.
In cold, ruthless North America.
Well,
They certainly, don't
Right,
have
was this-
they certainly have the
this-
emotional aspect down because they
Tim?
Yeah.
I just realized that pulsar that you were showcasing is a different thing than what I actually put on my list.
Oh, okay.
But don't worry about it.
Banishers can feel the
It said
That one looked
VR.
good too. Yeah.
It said VR only, and I was like, it's the VR game.
It's like Pulsar the VR experience. There must be 2 pulsars or something.
That's weird.
2 VR pulsars. What do you know? Oh yeah, I remember seeing this at Game Awards.
Yep. So basically, you switch between the 2 characters, one dead, one alive. And you use supernatural abilities with the female character who is passed on, is in the afterlife. And you use physical attacks with the male character who is her boyfriend / husband. I don't know how exactly the relationship works. But between their 2 abilities, you're trying to fight off, creatures and everything to try and bring her back from the dead. But there's 5 different endings, so depending on the choices that you make in the game, depends how the game ends and how the narrative finishes up, which is cool because it gives you more replayability and makes you try things differently to try and get the best ending.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that comes out and how it works. Because
Hey, Rafonso, how's it
always
going?
good to have new good stories.
Yeah, if they could do the storytelling that they usually do with their games, which is always fantastic, and do a good job with the action RPG part, it could be a massive hit for them. Because look, Jusant is a great narrative game with amazing climbing mechanics. So if they can pull the same thing off with this, they will be in great shape. So
Woohoo.
we'll see. We'll see. Definitely one of the games I'm looking most forward to today. All right, Murmish, what we got? But do you have could you have any longer of a fucking title on this, Murmish? Holy shit!
As a banisher, red isn't the best.
Oh, is that the Konosuba one?
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm
All
pretty
right.
sure you'll find it if you just type that first part in.
I did. All right, so what am I looking at here? Can you tell me?
One of Murmish's favorite animes.
Yes, as a clothing dresser. But I put
Is
it
that
on
what it
here
is?
because it was Konosuba.
It's published by P-Cube. That's great. I want everybody to notice exactly what type of anime Murmich watches. We aren't judging him, just judge him.
Look, Konosuba is actually hilarious.
No, that's all fine. With the anime I'm watching currently, I have no right to judge anybody.
Criticize?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm watching Delicious in Dungeon. I mean,
Oh, I'm watching it too.
That's a pretty popular one if I'm not mistaken. So it's
Yeah,
yeah.
not gonna criticize
that's
you
not
for that.
that weird.
Nah, me and my son have been watching it. It's great.
If anything, I think it's weird that this is the game they decide to make for Konosuba.
I know, right?
Of all things.
There's another anime-inspired game later on in my list that I was very surprised exists as well.
Really?
Yeah, like I had to dig for it because it was after like the list initially ended for February, and I kept going,
Oh.
and it was on the last
really?
day of the month. Yeah, it's a very interesting game. You'll see later.
I'm curious.
All right. You know what, Silver? Can you do me? Never mind. I'm gonna put your game on. I want you to just talk about it for a minute. I gotta go blow my nose real quick.
Alright.
But here, you talk about your game. I think that's fair, right?
And the next
There you go.
one is... yes, Dungeon World Awakening 2. Feedback.
Uh-oh, we're getting a little bit of feedback.
Mm-hmm.
So what is this?
Definitely
Action
something,
RPG?
Mm-hmm. Oh, you know what this reminds me of? A bit like Breakout. I'm getting Breakout
Yeah,
vibes from this.
There's breakout stuff in there, definitely. It kind of looked like Legend of Zelda almost, but I think it's got that aesthetic.
I said that's why it like appealed to me so much. I was like, wait a minute, Breakout. Oh shit, hell yeah. So I've actually wanted to play something like this for a long time, but since Breakout doesn't exist on PC, unfortunately, and I haven't really found anything similar to this until now. Maybe I should have looked at its prequel before I found this, but hey, it's definitely something that appealed to me at least. 'Cause, hey, it's got some pretty cool boss fights from what it seems. So yeah,
Yeah,
it
listen.
definitely gave me that Breakout vibe.
Yeah,
Very colorful too.
that looks interesting.
Breakout meets Zelda.
Explosion! Hell yeah. It was my headset. I'm sorry, Dan. It was because
Yeah.
it was because the audio was coming out of my headset and the mic was catching it.
You got a good mic, Sam. Gotta be careful with it.
Yeah, I know. with great power comes great responsibility.
With great power comes great power bills. Wait, what?
Yeah, that too. All right. Oh, we got the big one. All right. Next game on the list on Ray's list is Helldivers.
This is on
2.
everybody's list besides Silver for some reason.
I was gonna add that to my list, and then pretty sure I took the
No, it was on your
Helldivers.
list.
Yeah,
Helldivers
but
2.
the last one.
The Federation of Super.
Okay, so yes.
Dang, I was so close to getting it.
This is probably going to be my EDF replacement until EDF 6 comes out.
From tyranny,
Fair.
with the gentle touch of
That's
an
fair.
iron fist.
Very fair.
Because it's even got that campy comedy like EDF does, so...
Hey, yeah.
We must take back control of freedom. Together for managed democracy.
Together for victory.
Together for liberty.
Together for liberty.
It sounds like I'm doing my part. It sounds exactly like that.
Will you?
Right?
I guess they are.
They're doing their part, or however many of them are left afterwards.
But this game looks sick and fun. I mean...
List in the galaxy's elite fighting
Well, compared to the first one, which was like a top-down isometric shooter, it's cool that they're moving it into 3D as a third-person shooter.
Hey, how's it going, Roy? Yeah, like I said, I'm super excited. I even liked the first Helldivers being top-down. I was fine with it. It was actually a lot of fun.
ultimate weapon.
Mm-hmm. I played a little bit of it.
But yeah, I like these type of, like, I almost like Starship Troopers, but that game is in early access and very rough at this point. I'm gonna go back to it when it gets more polished, but I feel like this is basically a much more polished version of that formula. And for, like I said, getting it for $31, I couldn't resist. I feel like I'm gonna have a lot of fun with it regardless.
Join the Helldivers.
Very intriguing that it went from top-down strategy to third-person shooter, huh?
Yeah.
Well, not top-down strategy. It was just like a top-down shooter.
I feel like this is a case of making it appeal to more people, but I feel like if they do it right, it'll be fine.
Fair, definitely fair, and it seems like it's translating quite well, at least.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't like.
Humor-wise, certainly.
Yeah, one of the best things about Helldivers, the original, was the fact you could blow yourself up or kill yourself with your own pods. You have no idea how many times I'm calling in ammo, and then like the thing drops and kills your friend, and then
Oops.
And on my system, it says this game's gonna run it at 1080p Ultra 120 FPS, and I'm like, all right, dude, I'm sold. I'm great. Especially after like EDF5 decides like it wants to run at, you know, anywhere from 100 to 35 FPS, depending on what's on the screen. EDF4 was terrible about that. But yeah, I'm looking really forward to it. I hope a lot of people.
It would be fun.
I hope a lot of people buy it so I have people to play with. That's all. That's all I can say.
I certainly want to.
Well, I would recommend doing it at Green Man Gaming. It's currently on sale over there for a very reasonable price. And we're all about saving money here, so.
Always.
Yes. Because I know some people will be like, I'll spend $100 to support a developer. I'm not rich, so it's just not gonna happen for me, at least. I'm very choosy with what I buy. All right, so what did I just do?
What have you done?
I know, right?
If you hear a clap, that's me trying to get the fly.
Oh yeah, Dragon Quest Builders. This is the next one on my list. Which is funny because Dragon Quest Builders 2 is already on Steam. But now we're getting the original.
Isn't it ironic?
Don't you think?
Don't you think? Thanks.
I got it!
Thankfully, the fly arc is
Finally
over
killed
with.
Let's hope that was the only one.
10
Yeah,
minutes.
I've played the second game, but I
Yeah, it's never the only one.
It's not.
But yeah, I
Why
thought
do
it
you
was
think
pretty...
I have a bug zapper in my room that I turn on every night?
But I feel like, hydrate? Okay, I'll hydrate.
Hydrate.
But yeah, I felt like since I enjoyed the second one as well, that, the original would be a good thing to bring up, because why not?
It's an unusual genre for the Dragon Quest franchise to visit, but hey, it's a spin-off, so who cares? So long as the game's fun, that's the end of it.
They've definitely done a lot with the Dragon Quest franchise besides the mainline series. They had that anime-based game that was terrible, but it seems like they did a good job with this because a lot of people loved the first game in the series, so we'll see.
I like Dragon Quest 9, and I think they should bring it to the Switch. So just so as I could play it on the larger screen. Don't get me wrong, it's great on the DS, but yeah, I'd like to be able to see more.
Selfish.
Who's Seymour?
I never got a chance to finish it though.
Selfish, Silver. Selfish. What's it all for
Whatever,
himself?
man.
I know. I'm
In
kidding.
my opinion, Dragon Quest 9 was a good game.
No,
Borderbots VR!
I don't think you're wrong, actually. Borderbots VR. Okay. As a human border agent, you begin a new role as a booth operator for AI Travel Border. Interact and check over a variety of robots as they try to get through security. So,
Yep.
Papers, Please VR.
Correct.
but with
That's
robots,
consequential.
and trying to
That's
make sure that the bots aren't malfunctioning when you let them through.
Oh, I was gonna say, okay, yes, definitely has consequences if you let those kind of things through.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Yeah, allegedly.
to the screencast that shows what items are and are not allowed each day.
Contraband, baby.
I will not accept this catastrophe. Well, come on.
You know, I actually like the idea of that.
The one which most closely aligns with Lord
Has there been another Papers, Please game in VR? Or is this the
Yeah.
first?
I know there's been another one, but I don't know if it was good.
That's a totally different question. You want good? Oh my god.
But it's Team 17, so
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Silver has a game called Elder Trial, and it's not there.
Okay, does that mean I have to find the first part of the title? I mean, that's what it said it was called. Fuck's sake. Alright.
Oh, it's one word.
Oh,
There, I found it.
you
But
found
but it says to be announced.
Elder Trail?
Oh,
Is that even,
No, no,
even
it's not-
below?
it's not.
Oh.
no, it's actually he said Elder Trial,
wait,
so
no,
it's not even that
that's-
game.
Elder Trail.
That's
Yeah.
that's the wrong game.
Yep.
There's another one.
Hmm.
That's the wrong game, Tim.
All
Is it-
sorts of confusing things this time.
Yeah, because yeah. Oh, Deity Dead
There it
Elder
is.
Trial. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. That's it.
So they say this game
There we
is
go.
similar to Entropy Effect and RoboQuest.
I mean, it looks like a
Steam-
roguelike, but besides that,
Steam, are you fucking drunk again? Come on.
Yes.
That looks nothing like fucking RoboQuest. Come on now.
but they're roguelikes. Aren't they the same thing?
No.
Yeah,
no,
exactly the same.
fucking not.
Exactly the same.
Identical.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
That's definitely a interesting take on it. It's got cards, so you know it's got to be good.
Mm.
Oh boy, cards. We like cards.
Oh,
Cards,
I've
cards,
seen a
cards,
few
cards, cards.
I've
Cards,
seen a
cards,
few card
cards.
games, but I don't know if I should have brought them up because I was like, I think Tim at this point kind of needs to have a break from.
I was
card
gonna say, for Tim's sake, no, don't bring it up.
Actually,
Last year there was so fucking many that I'm sure I'm
yeah.
surprised you were.
I mean, like that Roots of game I played today, that was pretty good. So
Hey, that's pretty good.
yeah, hey, that's pretty good. It was pretty good though. Like it's basically a civilization builder, but you're only doing it a little bit at a time. All right, Reroute, which I'm gonna say Dan can probably guess whose game this is.
Yep, I saw that too. I should have like brought it up to Ray and say, "Hey Ray, this looks like a game."
Yeah, no, this is not a Murmich game. This is a Ray game.
No.
Yeah.
Murmich only likes weeb games. No, I'm just
Oh, that is not true.
kidding.
Obviously, he was just teasing you.
Yeah. Hey, how's it going, Joan Morrow? All
Come
right.
on, Mehmet, you does this shit with me all the time. You
I
should-
know, like
I know.
we all have our type of games, and sometimes you do pick like the overly pretty and cutesy games. That was kind of your MO for the longest time.
No, he's the
Yeah.
hiker. He's the walking simulator ones.
That's true. That's
I
also
do-
true. All right.
I'm going to refrain from the fact that I do actually have one of those on my list this time.
All right.
I'm
So,
surprised you never played Killer Frequency, Mehmet, but anyway.
so
Besides the point.
anybody like the game Journey?
Yeah.
Anybody?
great.
Yeah. Anybody like puzzle games?
Wait a minute. This is starting to sound like it's tailored to me. What are you
Yeah.
offering here?
So this is a shared world puzzle game. where you're supposed to, it's a journey of exploration discovery, but you have over 10,000 puzzles you can do in this world at your own pace, and take your friends in to help complete puzzles too.
Oh, cool.
I think it looks fantastic for what it is. I mean,
It's definitely looks like a sizable world.
yeah, and it's an online co-op game, so you and your friends can solve puzzles together.
Cool.
Yeah, I thought that was a pretty interesting one. All right, let's see what's on Murmitch's. Okay, this is another game that's also on my radar. Murmitch, Stealer, Thief. No, is Ultros. I have this
Weird
game.
echo with me, or
No, I was picking on you, saying you stole my game.
oh, I found this and thought, oh, this is a good Tim game.
Yes. This is not one of those games I can guarantee I'm going to play because it's already on the Dare Drops list, so. It'll probably be like, you have to defeat the game in 1 hour. I quit. Yeah, I like how it's considered a psychedelic Metroidvania.
I mean, it looks psychedelic.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, we could ask Dan for clarification, I'm sure, but I think it counts.
Have you played Ultros on Weed Man? I'm going to play Ultros on Weed Man. Bruh, I'm so high right now. Me too, man. I'm going to pick up.
That doesn't surprise me.
I'm going to pick up my Oreos tomorrow, Dan. I'm gonna go pick them up for stream tomorrow.
Is that what the kids are calling them nowadays?
Huh? What was that, Ray?
I asked if that's what the kids are calling them nowadays.
No, that's the strand. That's what the strand of weed's called. Like, not even kidding. It's called Oreos.
Well,
I'm not even kidding. That's weird, ain't it? I went
sweet, creamy and chocolatey. I mean, what?
I went. Listen, the last one I had was called Apple Fritter. I mean, like.
I think I remember you talking about that one before. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it? Apple fritter flavored?
It is. It does have kind of like an apple flavor to it, actually, though. I don't know if Oreos is Oreos is probably just bullshitting me, but yes, that's what the strain's called.
Probably makes you want to eat Oreos.
Oh yeah, I mean, what doesn't make me want to eat Oreos? All right, Deep Rock Galactic Survivor. I know that Murmitch has been looking forward to this game like crazy.
A long time.
Yeah.
And we all had it on our list.
Because of course we do. Because we like Survivor games. And we like Deep Rock.
Well, I love Deep Rock.
And we are all fans of the ghost ship.
Of Rock and Stone.
What I played with the demo, like way back when the demo was still around, this game is hard. This game is very hard.
I have to say, out of all the ones like this, though, it does look visually, stand out comparably.
Yeah?
It doesn't feel like just another game.
Ooh. What game are you looking at now?
Huh?
What game are you looking at right now?
Deep Rock Galactic Survivors.
Ooh.
I can't hear you.
I'm...
Pain in the ass, I love you. Kiddo's in here, he's like, I'm gonna troll my dad while he's doing something. I like this better than actual Deep Rock Galactic. I like Deep Rock Galactic, I'm just not good at it. That's the difference.
I can see definitely
they're two
people who
entirely
aren't interested
different
in the
games.
shooters.
Yeah.
They have the same concepts and the same kind of lore-ish of like, you're a dwarf, your goal is to go down, mine minerals, and get out and survive. But the two games play wildly different, so I don't think it's too fair to compare one versus the other and which one's better.
I do like that as well, Dan. It's how one of the games tag is dwarf.
Like,
Oh, yeah,
people need to
I'm
know
a-
if dwarves are involved.
By the way, that was a whole thing. Like, between Dwarf Fortress, Deep Rock Galactic, and like I think a couple other like dwarf games, they petitioned for Steam to add a dwarf category.
Oh my god.
This happened like 1 or 2 months back. It was hilarious.
Why?
So that way they could be all in the same tag of dwarves.
That's great. All right, so the next one on Silver's list is called Dead Hook.
The one that he found before me.
Is this another VR grappling thing?
Yep.
It's VR, basically Doom.
Oh.
Yep.
Although it does look like there's there's grappling hooks.
Yeah.
All right. No game with grappling hooks is bad. So.
Especially in VR.
You say that, Ray, but I have
Name one.
unfortunately played at least one or two that have actually
Name
been
it.
bad. Give me a second. I have to actually dig my memory of the games I've played over the decades.
But yeah, this game looked very fun.
It does look quite well done and very fun.
All right, Murmus, is this your review game, or are you going to review it?
Well, this was Silver's game.
I know, but you're the only one that has access to VR right now out of the group.
I was gonna
Well,
say,
we'll
I
see
don't
how
know if
much the
Silver's
game
gonna
is.
$430,000. No, I guarantee it's probably going to be like 25 bucks or something.
Maybe more than that for this.
Maybe.
Depends.
Oh, look, it's even got a Doom-style picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are definitely pretending to be Doom there.
Hey, if fucking id Software won't make goddamn fucking Doom Eternal VR, then who will? That's
Fair.
right. People are like, look, actually, a Doom Eternal VR would be pretty fucking sweet. I mean, dodging, you would get some fucking exercise playing Doom Eternal, considering.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That would be full-on workout.
Fucking Marauders.
Frog.
Yeah, I was going to say, what have you found, Ray?
He's found something.
Rogue.
It's a
frog.
turn-based action platformer. That's
If I'm
interesting.
not mistaken, it's kind of like Super Hot, where like things don't move unless you're moving, sort of.
Yeah, so it's
That's the
time
impression I get.
manipulation, yeah. That's interesting.
If you hop around and stick to walls.
My frog has super abilities. You'll never take me alive. That is interesting, though.
Right? I was gonna pass it up at first, and then I looked back and I was like, wait, no, there might be something here, and I think there's something.
Yeah, I
Also, on the topic of the VR Doom from Software is not gonna do it. Yeah, just like Palworld, if the big companies aren't gonna make the games people actually want, then indies are gonna come in and snatch the idea.
that's true. And then people will complain about it. Because that's what the internet does.
Yep, that's what they do.
So how about Lisfanga, the Time Shift Warrior?
From time manipulating frogs to time manipulating warriors.
Yep. It's a hack and slash action strategy game.
Ooh.
Where you can combine with your past selves to make it so you can basically do puzzles with that and also fight with multiple versions of yourself.
Smart.
After playing Prince of Persia, I felt like this was the next natural progression.
Fair enough.
No, it looks really interesting. I've already got offered a key for it, so why the hell not, right? And what is Spotlight by Quantric Dream? Quantric Dream. Oh! So it's their indie series. That's cool. You know, like... Yeah. Yeah, so Under the Waves is the same, by the same, publishing team. Okay. That's cool. Got some pedigree behind you as a publisher. That's nice. Alright. I was wondering what that was. All right, what's next here? Murmich, Goat Simulator 3, which is not new, but it's new to Steam. So, for all you Steam purists out there, Goat Simulator 3 is coming. And if you don't know already, Goat Simulator 3 is fucking hilarious, and you should play
What
it.
you're expecting?
Yes.
The third game in the franchise. So.
Correct.
Without a second
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, I've already been playing it, and it's fucking hilarious.
It's so good, man. It's so good.
There's literally something you can do with a yoga master. You have to literally sit there and wait for like, what, 10, 15, 20 minutes? Not
Yeah.
even joking. You get rewarded for it though, and it's fucking hilarious what you get rewarded with. Let's just say that you are the Zen master now. It's got some hilarious shit. Like, oh my god. I'm like, how did they manage to top off Goat Simulator 2? I don't know, but they did. Somehow, they did. You wanted more crazy ragdolling? You got more crazy ragdolling.
Yeah, you certainly did.
And it has fucking co-op.
Yeah, that's
which
the wild
the
part,
first
man.
two games didn't.
Oh,
Yep.
it'll be fun.
You think one goat is bad enough? Imagine 4 times the chaos by 3.
Hey, see, this would be a great after the podcast game as well.
It's true.
Yeah.
That would be a good
installed
one.
right now. But only after it gets
Yeah.
its Steam release.
All right, how about Limsod?
I know,
Isn't
you,
it?
right? That name, yeah, Limsod. What a fucking name. I'm like, I don't even know what that means.
What a Limsod!
Man, what a sod.
It's a FPS set in a post-apocalyptic universe in which you must fight for survival in a world infested with flesh-eating zombies.
Does that seem familiar?
Yeah. It does. It quite does.
Hey, at least this actually has zombies in it, unlike another game that's dead. What could that be?
How's it going, Pantsoon? I don't know.
Hey, why not poke fun at a dead bear?
I forgot about it the day after it released.
You sure it wasn't the day before?
I knew someone would make that joke.
Hmm.
It was only a matter of time.
Okay, how about Circle Hitler? Circle Hitler. Hitter.
Whoops. Whoops.
No.
Whoopsie daisy.
No, I
Whoopsie
said it
daisy.
that way on purpose, but that's fine.
Yeah, that's a different game, Tim.
Yeah. What do you do when you circle Hitler? It's called the end of World War II.
You've heard of
True.
Secret Hitler, now time for Circle Hitler.
We've got history jokes today. We're going highbrow. It looks casual, but it's hardcore. This is a mouse-controlled bullet arcade game. Move the mouse to dodge bullets, click the mouse to bounce bullets, and destroy enemies. Unlock more characters and abilities, and constantly challenge for higher scores and rankings. Interesting.
Right?
And it's got a demo, everybody. Demos are important,
Hello.
especially if they're free.
Mhm.
Who doesn't want a free game to play?
Wait.
Uh,
Isn't a free demo just early, like paying for it early? Or, like, but a non-free demo would just be the paying for it, play it early, right?
listen, some people pay $100 for that early.
I know, but that's not a demo.
It's a paid demo. All right, my next one is Hellscape. How about a skateboarding action roguelike?
Oh.
Hellscape.
Roguelike Tony Hawk's.
Yes.
This is a U game.
Listen. I'm
Wait,
gonna go.
is-
I'm gonna go.
Did I see a sword?
Yes. Yes, you did. And you see a chicken working, That's that. It's a very wild game if you can't figure it out.
Oh my.
Yeah.
So it's basically Tony Hawk with swords.
Wild.
I almost give it like a Sunset Overdrive type vibe.
Yeah. And there's boss fights, of
Yeah.
course.
Yes, there is.
Of course there is.
And there's a demo out right now. Get your demo.
Hey.
Oh yeah, for people that do like trying demos, Steam Next Fest is next week, so make sure to keep an eye out because you might get a chance to try out some of the Souls-like, Hawk-like, rogue-like, hack-and-slash shooters, strategy sim. Yeah, I know, right? Bro,
You forgot Survival Sandbox, Dan.
bro, have you tried the Souls-like, Hawk-like, rogue-like, hack-and-slash shooter strategy sim? Whoa. Whoa, it's in early access, bro. It's got like one mechanic and it costs $400. Thank you, EA.
There you go.
All right. Next game on the list is Caribbean Legend. Oh, Caribbean.
This game looks weird to me, but I wanted to include it just because it said it had 200 hours of content.
Is it good content? Or is it just
Well, that's the question now, isn't it?
Doesn't look bad.
I know that's the thing. Like it looks good, but for some reason my brain tells me not to trust it. But I still wanted to include it anyway because it looked interesting.
All right.
The real question is it multiplayer? Because it doesn't look like it initially.
I'm pretty sure it's like
It's
solo,
single-
but
it's
I
single
haven't
player.
looked.
Well, it's already got something that Sea of Thieves doesn't have, right? No trolls.
Hey, guess what? It has a demo, Mermich. You could just try that.
I know.
She can transport all the wenches from Jamaica to Belize into
I doubt they'll let you try the whole 200
So I'm not
hours.
the only one, Dan.
a city or two in the process. Owning a warship is a privilege, status, and
Reminds me of Sid Meier's Pirates. Fair enough.
Yeah.
you are one of the very
City Builder. I don't think I have any of those this month. I think it's a miracle. I have no city builders in my
people
on my
follow
list.
orders out of fear or respect.
They must be slipping. There's no city builders this month.
Open world. The Caribbean Sea, 17th century.
I couldn't find any.
Dozens of islands and cities.
No, me neither.
Got my eye.
Ago, filled with mystery and secrets. From the tops of Indian pyramids to the bottom of the sea, dangers lurk everywhere, but adventures and rich loot await you.
Huh, that's an interesting. I'll have to keep. You know what? You piqued my interest. I'll put it on my wish list.
You are free to explore.
All right.
Bend it to
Sweet.
your will.
Point for me.
I-
Decide where to go.
I've got something later on, Murmish, that I kind of feel the same way about. So you'll have to check that out too, because I got another game that's has a very interesting concept. I just don't know if I can trust it to actually be good at anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Malignant Survivors, Silver. It looks like we have another Souls-like. I mean, not Souls-like. Survivor, Vampire Survivor-like game.
But in 3D.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks fucking chaotic.
It does.
So Silver's gonna need like an expanded hard drive for his Steam Deck just for all of the Vampire Survivors type games he's got.
Well, so long as they're not too big in installation size, and it doesn't bother me.
I was just saying,
I
like,
just have to get I'll have to get another a memory card, a 1
I-
terabyte one.
I would say that
Card's not enough.
honestly, the Steam Deck is perfect for stuff like this, though.
I'd say so, yeah. Lumina.
Well, yeah, that seems like you definitely have the chaotic part down. Alright, let's see. Next one on Ray's list is what? Oh yeah, Ray's got the other big hitter. The big hitter. Which is Nightingale. Which had a stress test today.
Indeed. I took a little look at that.
I have that on my list further down.
What did you
So
think?
you might want to skip over that.
It ran pretty well.
Yeah, I'll make sure.
I don't know what else I can say because it's, still not out yet.
I'm very
But
interested
it
in this.
definitely looks very good if they can really capitalize on what they've got going here. Because it's very in-depth, very involved.
I was gonna say, it seems like at least they're taking a completely different tonal and visual approach to the open world survival crafting style game.
Yep.
And putting a bigger emphasis on actual story to keep you playing. I feel like that's what a lot of survival games kind of lack. Is they're like, here's just a
True.
giant world and let's go, rather than giving you anything to do once you get there.
Here's a world, here's a motive, get going.
Yeah. And it's even got guns, baby!
Just
And
look
the
pretty cool.
magic.
Yeah, I want to ride the big animals.
You can even marry Poppins, look.
Yeah, if it actually looks and plays as well as this trailer shows, it will be a giant hit, I assume.
Let my words steer your steps.
I have no problem believing that.
Indeed.
Alright, so next one is a game that I played the demo of on stream a couple weeks ago.
The world as you know it.
Oh, yeah, there. Slave Zero X. There you go. I had it backwards.
Mm.
I played the demo of this for a Dare Drop a couple weeks ago, and it's coming out on the 21st. It is basically a remake of, well, a reimagining of a hack and slash game from 1999.
Ooh.
It's pretty cool looking. It's just a side-scrolling beat-em-up game.
Mm.
Very bloody, very gory. Has an interesting story. That all rhymed.
Did.
But yeah, I played it. I really enjoyed it. So I can't wait to see the full version. And it's coming out with a mod for one game. I can't remember. What is it? Oh, Quake mod. Built into it.
Huh.
That's going to be very interesting to see how that all goes into it, you know. But yeah, basically it does a lot of Devil May Cry, Strider, and Guilty Gear type stuff, right? Especially with the combat. Especially Devil May Cry, like your combo meter can hit almost 100, no problem. Yeah, a lot of fun.
Cool.
Alright, next on Mermich's list, we have Telmari?
Yep.
Tell Mari.
Tell Marty.
I thought you might actually like this one.
A precision
Cute
platformer.
little-
What,
yeah,
me?
cute little precision platformer.
Me? Like precision platforming? What are you thinking? No, actually,
Where you create your own jump pads.
that's interesting.
That is interesting.
So you're basically just using arrows to complete puzzles, or, you know,
Yep.
levels.
Springboardy arrows that you can bounce on.
Not the scary frog. That's interesting. And you have to watch out because the enemies can break your...
Mm-hmm.
Arrows.
Yeah. Huh, that is interesting. That's a interesting little indie game. I guess we're gonna classify that as an indie game. But there's nothing wrong with that, to be fair. What is it?
It's got a demo too.
Yes, it does. Mist of Oblivion Prologue. Look at that prologue. It's a prologue. All right. What do we got here? Oh, this looks interesting already. Okay.
Hmm.
I'm always a bit leery of prologues personally because they always feel like demos.
Yeah, and there's a demo to the prologue.
But this has a demo, so it's like, wait, well then, what is the prologue to?
Maybe it's to set up a future story. I mean, sometimes they do that.
Could be.
Usually a way to give you like the basics of mechanics of a game to set up the actual future title. Interesting. All right. Let's see. Mimic Logic. Oh god, it's got logic in it.
Yes.
Most people won't get it.
Unfortunately, yeah, probably. But hey, maybe they can use it to train their logic better.
Yeah, maybe.
It's
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, it's a logic puzzle game, but you're using talking mimics to try and figure out which ones are, like, which chests are safe to open or not.
Huh.
Hmm. Interesting.
I'd say that's unique. There's my
Right.
word, right? I'm not gonna say everything's interesting. I'll say that's unique. Because not everything is for everybody. But that's definitely a unique concept, which I think will appeal to some people who like especially the procedural generation part of it. Alright, let's see. Oh, it's my turn. I'm looking at the list like, who's next? Yeah, it's me. So here's an interesting one. We're getting a game in the Terminator franchise.
I did see that. I didn't look into it too deeply, though.
Yeah, we are getting an RTS Terminator game.
Oh, it's an RTS. I did notice it was kind of like top-down, but... Interesting.
Now, I am not a fan of Terminator Dark Fate as the movie, but maybe the RTS would be better.
Listen, there is someone else out here with us. Someone else fighting the machines. I don't know who these guys are, but they look pro. Which is crazy, because...
Yeah, it's an RTS game. Come with me if you want to leave.
Too far north for them to be cartel. That doesn't mean they're going to be on our side. I learned that the hard way. There are too many other survivor groups out here, each with their own agenda, not realizing there is only one real goal in this war. I think... Alright, listen. I'll try to track
Come on, Joan Connor, shut it up. Let's go.
we sure could do with the help, and if not,
It's the future. We have found Joan Connor.
we're out of here. Being in the movement means always on the move, right?
Yeah, it does seem interesting though, and I hate using that word. It does seem like a good idea for a video game. I seem to always want to say interesting. It's dumb as fuck. I don't want to like repeat myself.
Need a thesaurus.
Yeah.
We've all lost.
Synonyms for interesting.
Yeah, but I like the idea of them taking the Terminator franchise and doing something unique with it, just rather than making another FPS or third-person shooter. There you go. I can use words more than 2 of them at a time. When you go through too many games, you automatically start saying shit like, everything's interesting. No, it's not. Some things are unique, some things are cool. And then and then we have Murmich, and I'm not sure what he is. I gotta make sure the fucker's listening. He doesn't say anything for like 10. Sky Settlers is the next game.
Yeah.
So what is it about this game that made you intrigued?
Well, what do you think, just for looking at it?
It's cards.
The hex-based puzzly card thing.
Correct.
Like those other 3 games that we've talked about before that do that. But now you're floating in the sky.
Yep.
Sky Tigers. No, no.
All the Sonic fans, Vietnam flashbacks.
Yeah. Sky Tigers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? We're all gonna die. Okay. Let's see. What is next on the list? Silver's list. Tomb Raider 1 through Tom Raider. He put Tom Raider. Tom Raider.
Oops.
No.
Sorry.
No.
I'm glad he clarified that it's featuring Lara Croft, right?
No,
I believe I'm somewhat tired.
It's Lara
of
Croft's
knowledge.
cousin.
No, I was
Raider.
No, I was just I'm just laughing.
Fuck you all.
Tom Croft.
Fuck you all. Come on. Fuck off.
Tom Holland as Tomb Raider.
Oh my god.
I hate you all.
You know people would pay to see that too, right? That's the.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Tom Raider featuring Laurie Croft. That's great. Nice one, Cherry. Nice one. See, everybody's having a good laugh. I'm sorry, Silver. But I was reading it and I'm like, Tom Raider?
That sounds new. Wait a minute.
Yeah, that's not right. Aren't the Aspire the people that were originally working on the Star Wars Old Republic remaster or something? The one that got canceled or whatever? You know what I'm talking about, Silver?
You mean Aspire?
Yeah.
Yeah. Same devs.
What was it? Oh.
Yeah, the one that got... Yeah, you would think so, but I think Crystal Dynamics is still working on, what is it? Perfect Dark? Yeah, with...
Right.
Mm.
Okay, Spark and the versus the Marshmallows?
Yep.
I mean, is this game about s'mores? No, it's not.
I mean, eventually, maybe.
There's no chocolate. God damn it.
Yeah, maybe that's what your goal is, to get the chocolate. I don't know.
This does...
It's probably a Souls-like, though. I see bonfires.
Yeah, we've already covered Deep Rock Survivor. Yeah, these guys are all excited for it. Comes out on Valentine's Day, no, right?
Don't you love it? Wait.
Yeah, now you know. Get to know what. Now you know what to give the love of your life. Give them give them the Wish version of Tomb Raider. Give them Tom Raider, featuring Laurie Croft for Valentine's Day.
I'm still confused why they have to put featuring Lara Croft in the title of a Tomb Raider game. It's like,
No shit.
is there a Tomb Raider game that does not feature Lara Croft? That'd be more surprising to me.
I don't think so.
I didn't think so either. That's why I was like, why do you have to point it out?
All right, so this is a game, Gods against Machines, which I thought was very interesting because it is a God game, Silver. One of the type of games that you speak about enjoying.
I thought the genre was practically dead.
Yeah. And I have it in my Steam library. It's all mine. No, but I did get a key
You'll
for
never
it.
get it back.
Yeah, I have very little experience in God games, but I'm excited to try this out when it does come out on the 23rd. Yeah, Metroid featuring Samus. We need all the clarification, guys. We need that clarification. Mario featuring Mario. Like,
subtlety is lost on some people.
Sonic featuring Sonic and Tails.
Yeah. Probably like, I'm gonna sue them, bro. My Sonic game didn't feature Sonic.
I thought it would be Sonic featuring Tails.
Probably.
No, it's featuring Knuckles. What are you talking about?
Knuckles featuring Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails. Sorry, but Sonic is not the star of this show.
On that topic, I'm sure Tim's seen the Sonic Generations remaster with additional content.
Yeah, with Shadow. Oh yeah.
Shadow.
They better have guns. They better have guns.
Everyone was like, "Why does
This one I am very excited for, Tim.
Oh, Pacific Drive, me too. Yeah, Pacific Drive is looks excellent.
It looks so interesting, and it's featured in the Pacific Northwest.
Oh God, never mind. I don't want to play at that shithole.
Don't knock it till you try it, Tim.
Take shelter in the closest pocket
No, it just lets me know why it's such a barren wasteland, because it's in the Northwest.
Oh, barren wasteland. You haven't been here.
No, I haven't. Cuphead featuring Cuphead. Yeah, that's what we need.
Yeah, there you go.
No, this game actually does tick a lot of boxes for me, I should say.
Yeet.
Fair enough.
It's very interesting.
Oh no, we're back to interesting. Fuck!
Hi.
Doom featuring Doom Guy. Halo featuring Doom Guy.
Wait.
And look what it did to the Olympic Peninsula.
3, 2, 1.
Marathon featuring Doom Guy.
There you go. I think since they're under the same umbrella now, the DRG one, what, the Survivor one? Yeah.
Deep Rock Galactic featuring 4 Smelly Dwarves.
Yeah, we
yeah.
are all aware of Deep Rock Galactic Survivors.
Yeah, I definitely want to play the fuck out of this game. And it doesn't appear to be expensive either. I think it's like $20 or something, like $26.
I will absolutely watch you play this.
He's like, I ain't gonna play it myself. I'll watch you play it.
Well, it's more fun when I watch you play it.
Oh, that's cool. It's cheaper that way too.
True.
Like everybody's like, yeah, well, fuck yeah, it's cheaper to watch you play. Nah, I very rarely buy games anymore, so you know, when developers are like, here, play it, I understand. It's an opportunity for people to save their money if they're not gonna like something. Like I said, Helldivers 2 is a rare case only because Sony doesn't hand out PC review keys unless you like are personally tied to them, and I'm not gonna be able to do that.
Yeah.
All right,
Wait,
so
you can have personal ties to Sony while you have Xbox Game Pass. I don't know if they like that.
Yeah, I know, right? Even though Xbox probably wouldn't give a shit. A single-player, first-person horror experience within a mysterious corporate bunker. I mean, you're already in a corporate bunker. That's got to be scary enough. What else are you gonna do?
Yeah, that's definitely mysterious.
Stuck in your cubicle for 12 hours a day. The horror.
Inspection.
Okay, it's definitely got one of the funnier names, Silver. You almost get the award for Schloppy Studios.
Oh God, I can't take them seriously. Oh dear.
Schloppy. How good's your game? Well, it's kind of sloppy.
Well, the game is kind of sloppy, so you know, you gotta put some effort into it.
What's their like company motto?
No idea.
If it ain't sloppy, it's not done.
Oh my God, have you seen her? She's like a school lunch. She's so sloppy.
I don't want a sloppy Joe or a sloppy Jane.
Let's go with Sorpor.
Chris.
I remember this kid. I swear to God, I remember this kid when I was in school. He got his first girlfriend, right? He comes to school the next day. He's like, my girlfriend tastes like a school lunch. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And like, he said this in front of like 20 people, and we're just dying. And I'm like, I don't know if that's good or bad, because the lunch here is pretty shit. Like, who eats a school lunch and be like, I want to find a girl who tastes like this?
That's fucking nasty.
It is. Like,
oh shit.
And people wonder why they get made fun of. It's like, well, because you made your private life public when you probably shouldn't have.
Welcome to social media. Must have had the fish sticks. Oh God, fish sticks, extra tartar sauce.
Instead of death sticks, everyone gets asked if he wants some fish sticks. Hey, you want to buy some fish sticks?
So next game on my list is actually a remake. I hardly ever promote these, but this is I like Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons. So we're actually getting a remake of it.
How old is this one again?
The original? Oh, probably
8
years old, maybe 9.
Really that old so far?
Yeah, I remember seeing the original's game being played through by Jack of all people.
Oh God, it's 11 years old.
Oh wow.
Okay, yeah, that's your usual good time length to warrant a remaster or a remake, either way.
So
or it's actually a remake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a.
Yeah, 10 years is long enough.
I remember playing a long time ago. I really enjoyed it. So, all power to him. I hope a whole bunch of people give it a chance now that it looks prettier, with better graphics.
And also, it better have the same emotional impact that the original did.
I don't think I think it's a 1-for-1. So I think you're safe.
I was gonna say, if it's a remake, I think it'll probably be pretty.
Yeah, this isn't this isn't made for modern audiences. Whenever I hear that now, I'm like, yeah, they're gonna fuck shit up.
Oh my goodness.
We're gonna remake it for modern audiences, which means we're gonna completely fuck the shit up to make sure we don't offend anybody in any sort of way possible.
Yeah.
Our creative vision. You mean how you want to screw it up? Got it.
Yeah.
What creativity?
All right, next.
They're pretty good at finding creative excuses for their BS.
Yep.
There you go.
All right, next one on Mermatch.
Quadroids.
Read the release date, sir.
Wait, hold up. Oh gosh, dang it!
I'm pretty sure that wasn't like that when I saw
Yeah,
that
I'm
game.
pretty sure when I added it, it actually had a date.
Yeah,
They change them
actually,
sometimes. I've had
actually,
that
yeah.
happen before.
To be fair, Tim, it actually did have a release date when I passed it over 2 days.
Just skip it and go to Grippy Golf.
Okay. No,
that one, so.
I just love giving Mermit shit because when we did the award show, guys, if you remember, like a few times he'd get games from 2022. If you remember when we were doing that, that's what.
Oh yeah.
Did I?
Yeah, that's why I'm giving
Yeah.
you shit. That's all.
Mm.
And if you don't believe us, just go to YouTube and watch his stream, the podcast stream.
Either way, this looked funny.
Yeah, it's
It does. It kind of reminds me of the golf,
I know.
but in 3D.
But wild.
it looks like Kamari.
Oh,
That's another thing. It looks
Katamari.
like Kamari but golf.
Yeah.
Katamari Damacy with your golf ball.
Yep. Nothing scary about that. All right. You know what's funny is Silver has a bigger list than I do.
what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
All right, boys, we did it. It took
How
all
the-
three of us to take games off Tim's list, but we made one of our lists
How?
longer than Tim.
Oh
How
my
the
goodness.
Fuck was that? How the fuck is that possible?
Me and Murmich
who
took a bunch
knows?
off his.
Damn, Tim.
Yeah. It's Kamari butt golf. It's butt golf. Yes, not butt golf. BUTT. It's butt golf. So it's Beast Watch
Sure.
Meat and Mayhem. This sounds like a good porn name. No offense.
Thankfully, it's not.
Okay, that's good.
Nothing to do with that, in fact.
I mean, with those graphics, yeah, that's probably a good thing.
What can I say? Retro graphics.
No, I mean for like what Tim was saying. If it was a porn game with those graphics, I don't think it'd be that successful.
It would already be blurred. I wouldn't have to worry about censoring it.
Censorship. Why bother?
Yeah.
Just pixels.
The graphics aren't even good enough to get me banned.
Much less horny.
Yeah, exactly. The least horny game.
Hey, maybe for some people, who knows?
I mean, if pixels get you excited, then sure, but
The Genshin demake, Genshin lack of impact. Come-
Genshin lack of impact.
yeah.
I like it. A fucking parody of Genshin. Sure,
Yeah.
why not?
It's gonna make a demake. We're gonna make it. It's gonna be an 8-bit version of Genshin.
No, go to 16-bit. I think that'd be good.
Okay, so remember how I said that I had an anime game that's in a style that I thought was weird?
yes, you did say that.
Okay, so now we're gonna check it out. We've made it to that part.
What have we got?
Okay, so Goblin Slayer has a game called Goblin Slayer: Another Adventure Nightmare Feast, and it is a turn-based strategy RPG in the vein of Final Fantasy Tactics.
Oh.
Completely based on Goblin Slayer, and it's written by the original creator of the series, and the
Good.
character design is handled by the person who worked on the original series.
That's
Sounds like it's got a bunch of, credentials to it.
The only thing is, it is in English, but the audio is not. So you're going to be reading subtitles.
I mean,
That's fine by me.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying that might not be okay for everybody, but
very true.
I
There's
feel
a bear. They've got a bear.
Good.
they got a
But
bear.
I honestly.
Wait, isn't that the hero?
Yes. But yeah, so let's.
Very visual novel like.
Yeah, but the actual gameplay looks like this, and this is what I'm saying. It's very Final Fantasy Tactics style. Besides all
When did Final
this,
Fantasy Tactics come out?
19. Oh God, I think it's either 98 or 2000.
Very Final Fantasy Tactics / this guy.
I'm sorry to have you look this up in the middle of the podcast.
No, it's okay.
But hey, researching is always fun, especially gaming history.
It released in 1997. And no, 1998 in the United States. on the
Wow.
on the PS1, and then the one that I played was the PSP version, which was War of the Lions, that was released in 2007.
Ah, okay.
It was basically an upgraded version of the original game. Final Fantasy Tactics is one of my favorite tactical sub over dub. I know a lot of people say that, Draw. A lot of people say it, and that's fair. Everybody's allowed to their opinion. I don't mind it either way at this point. I've gotten over it, I guess you would say. All right, so the last one for Murmich is Altitude's Toll.
Yep.
I love how
You remember how I said that I had a walking sim?
Oh god, here we go. We got it, guys. We finally got it. We finally got to the actual Murmich game.
Aye.
No, Murmich enjoys much more than just walking sim.
It's a short walking simulator.
Are you sure this
set in the Himalayas?
Are you sure this isn't just a Lethal Company mod?
It's not.
Because it has a similar art style.
That'd be a sick.
I know,
style.
but
That'd be a sick mod, though. To be real.
True.
but
He's got a little
like it
walkie-talkie.
says, you deliver packages as a Sherpa, and to me, I was kind of hoping this would give more like Firewatch.
Yeah, your
You're-
favorite.
You're definitely looking for another
Type
Firewatch game, and I think it'd be hard up to find something to that quality.
I know.
But no, I listen. Firewatch. All jokes aside, Murmich, I know Firewatch is a excellent narrative walking simulator. It is. It is a fantastic one, and it's very sad that the developer got basically bought out by Valve, and then they put them in just toiling away forever to never make anything ever again.
Correct. So because of that, I have been searching ever
Eagerly
since
searching.
for something at least similar.
The only thing I hated about Firewatch was the ending. I wasn't a fan of the ending.
Yeah.
All right, so this is
Not ready to thank girl.
SCP: The Expedition.
Which one?
I don't know. Ask Silver. It's-
Huh?
No, I said it's
Which
SCP.
expedition is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, SCP Expedition. Yeah.
Yeah, which one? Was
That
it a tactics game?
Yes.
What do you mean, that one?
Yeah, it's turn-based tactical. Yeah, strategy game.
XCOM-esque.
Yes.
Yep.
Very, very much so. All right.
Which I find to be quite intriguing, considering that
Sure.
SCP games usually revolve around first-person horror games or something like that.
All right.
But
So
I still want to try the shooter that they have, where we play as Task Force 90 Fox, something like that. I think that one's free to play, if I recall. And
nice.
there's also a multiplayer SC can be Containment Breach too, which, whatever you guys would like to check that out, it's free.
Okay. So
Isn't that the PvP one? Or is that a different one?
No, that's different. It's cooperative only.
So, Murmich, remember when you brought up that pirate game and I said I had a game that
Yeah.
looked really good and I don't know if it's actually going to be good? Here's that one. This is called The Brew Barons.
Okay.
This is a game about flying planes and brewing beer and other alcoholic
Huh?
beverages.
Well,
It's a...
Why
Yeah.
does this look like a wasteland type game?
But you literally have to fly the paint around and do dog fights and everything else while looking for ingredients for your beers and everything else, and then you have to go back and actually brew them.
Oh my gosh.
But it actually looks good. You can upgrade your plane. There's like a ton of options for that. and you literally go into a brewery and ferment and make alcohol.
I mean, it looks interesting, and it doesn't look bad either.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm curious how they're going to combine these two,
I know, Dan's fucking with me. He's like, interesting! Everybody says interesting! Huh. Interesting.
I'm sorry.
Interesting is banned on this podcast.
Fascinating.
Oh,
That's one of the things I say a lot.
Yeah.
That's beyond easy for me to replace. I could just go intriguing, how curious, fascinating.
Fascinating.
Well, that's what I call intriguing.
I don't know if this is one of those ones I would put in a key code and give it a try. Right? Like,
Yeah.
but it
Yeah,
does.
why not?
Hey,
It
it's
does-
got a demo. Demo.
It does have a demo. And it does stick
Yeah.
out.
Try the demo.
It does stick out about more than most games because it actually has multiple, layers of things to do in the game besides just either fly or make alcohol. Because, those simulator games that are like, brew alcohol, now brew more, now brew more, now brew more.
Now manage the store. Now brew alcohol again.
Yeah, like, I understand Mario loves simulator games, but man, like, some of them are very repetitive. I guess you would say.
Don't say.
Yeah, like I like some of them. Like Food Truck Simulator was fun, but at least there's some variety to that. Like he's the one that was like tearing apart ships for like 9 hours. I'm like, dude, I can't do that. I can't do it. All right, Silver's next one is called Insider Threat. We're almost at the end, guys.
Almost. Just a little bit long.
Silver has one more game than me. He did it.
You can't believe it.
So remember,
I
guys.
can see why this is on Silver's list. It looks like Resident Evil.
I know. I saw the similarity.
Well,
Let's do it on the inside.
the last game on my list kind of goes with that theme.
Oh.
Okay, mine is called Welcome to Paradise.
Paradise.
To paradise.
So this is by Nacon, which means that it's not, but it looks wild as hell. This is basically...
Oh, yeah. I saw the trailer for this. Yeah, it's pretty nuts. Where you use zombies as I'm not sure how to explain it.
Yeah,
I'll
you
let the
use
trailer
them,
explain it.
use them as pals.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, no.
Why not?
They're zombots, like literally.
The zombie collector.
Yeah.
My goodness.
And even if you think you're invincible, you're not. So, if you don't want to end up like
Well, it's certainly unique.
analyze the situation before jumping into the
I mean, it is co-op, I believe. Yes, it is.
Well, anyway, have you cleared the area? Collected everything that might be useful? It's
Yes, exactly.
clearing.
Welcome to the Paradise City.
Build yourself a cabin somewhere to maintain.
Now take off shirt and feed me titty. Take me.
Camp will be your new home.
All right.
Don't neglect
That I feel like that would be a wild one to play. I mean, for $25, that seems a little much for something like this, but we'll see.
doing odd jobs at the weekend.
That's what you do.
Yeah.
That,
Leave the key
like I always say, unless you're absolutely sure or have the extra money, never pre-order anything. Fun fact.
It's time
But-
to set out for adventure.
Especially stuff like this that looks good. Wait to see if it actually is first before you go out and buy it.
Unless you really enjoy the refunding process. It
Yeah.
can be a hassle sometimes.
All right. Next one. Next to last one on Silver's list is called Shadow King.
I still can't believe Silver had more games than you, Tim.
I know that he has broken the
I know.
streak.
I wasn't even trying to.
Next month, I'm going to make sure all of you beat me.
It depends on what games.
Better hope there's a lot of good games next month.
I don't think there is. I think the next big month for releases won't be till like May.
Yeah,
Do you think between me, Silver, and Ray, we took enough games off your list to be more than you?
Yeah, and I'm
I
appreciating
think that's
that.
probably why.
You see, we never know what you've got until you either.
I mean, there's some
pass
things we
or-
know.
Yeah, true.
There's a few things. Like, I do have Helldivers too.
I mean, if you can remember what was mentioned, weeks in advance, sure.
Probably a good chance he had Nightingale, you know.
Yeah, especially
Some
since
obvious
I.
ones.
We've heard
But-
about that game like over a year ago. During
Well,
the
plus, if you
award
remember during the award show, I said that Nightingale was actually the game I was looking forward to most in 2024.
Ah, you did say.
All right, so last game that we're looking at is Star Wars Dark Forces Remaster by Night Dive Studio that me and Silver have both affirmed have been fucking killing it lately. Yeah, so
Yep.
who doesn't
Decent,
love some good old Star Wars games?
The good old Star Wars games.
Yeah, good. I said that with emphasis. The good old Star Wars.
Now,
You can emphasize
can-
both good and old.
Yeah.
you know what? If they could just acquire the license for, I don't know, the Jedi games of old from BioWare. If you
Good
could
luck.
just remaster those, that would be great. Yeah, I know.
G fucking
Wishful
L,
thinking.
buddy. G fucking L.
Wishful fucking thinking. But
You think
if they
BioWare's
somehow
gonna?
could, hey, honestly, they got the license for fucking System Shock. So I don't know, man. It's possible.
Yeah, but who owned the IP for System Shock?
I actually don't know.
Hey, that's the whole
I
point,
can't
right?
remember.
Like,
I can't remember.
if it's
If you
Embracer,
can't name them, it's not a big. It's not a big group.
remember, if it's anything owned by Embracer, they'll sell it for
Well,
a candy bar and a pat on the back at this point.
I think the
What
original
would they sell for
devs.
Klondike Bar?
Yeah.
I think the original devs of the original System Shock were, I think, Looking Glass, which also created the original first two Thief games, if I recall. But unfortunately, they ended up shutting down after the third Thief game, if I recall, back in 2004.
Yeah, Looking Glass Studios was the original developer, yes.
Yep.
Hey, I
It's a
decided.
shame.
Hey, how's it going, Pete? All right, guys, we have reached the end of this podcast. So I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah.
Wait, weren't you supposed to be talking about something that involved Power World again?
Yeah, we
Or
did
do
it
we
for
already do that?
we did it for a topic, Silver.
We already did
Oh,
that.
yeah. Oh, right. Whoops, my bad.
It's all right. It's all right. So
Silver's a bit tired.
no, so for everybody out there watching live, we do not leave yet, because once we end the podcast part, we'll be doing some giveaways and playing a little bit of Tools Up to have some fun before we head out of here for the evening. Tomorrow, I probably will be doing a short coffee and indie tomorrow, because I've actually got a ton of stuff to cover at this point. And then tomorrow night, we'll be doing the usual routine. I don't know what the early game is yet, but we're going to be playing Monster Hunter Rise for the late game, which is our new Smoke Your Shit Saturday game. Yeah, and thank you to everybody who's watching on YouTube. I really appreciate, the views. I do not get much over there. I try and pull as many people as I can, but I don't upload enough, so I will never hit the YouTube algorithm. Good luck, GG. But I put them up there, so at least they're always there, and I'll never lose them. That's kind of the way I look at it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for checking out the podcast. Like I said, if you're watching live, don't leave. But if you are watching on YouTube, thank you, and make sure to come by and watch us live next time. Silver, say the thing.
Schlong out.
Goodbye, everybody.